So this was indeed the final Thunderdome episode of Smackdown. There'll be one more for Raw this coming Tuesday, and we also had a big massive injury. Unfortunately, that ends up being Bayley. Bayley tore her ACL, and she's going to be out for approximately 9 months. So she's going to be out for basically the rest of 2021 and mostly half of 2022. She won't be at the Royal Rumble. She won't be at WrestleMania unless she pulls some kind of miracle like John Cena did when John Cena got injured. And I really wish my cable would stop falling out whenever I move it. It's annoying. But yeah, it sounds like she's going to be out for the rest of 2021 and most of 2022, and that is very sad. I do wish Bayley well on a speedy recovery, and I do think she'll probably most likely be a babyface when she returns because, I mean, fans aren't going to boo her. So, yeah. So that means, unfortunately, the I Quit match that we were going to get at Money in the Bank is no longer going to happen, which makes me very, very sad because I was really looking forward to the I Quit match. So, let's talk about SmackDown. Roman Reigns brought the family back together. He managed to get the Usos back on the same page. Jimmy and Jay have finally buried the issues, and Roman Reigns has now finally got his brothers back on the same, or his cousins back on the same page. So that was pretty good. Cool. That was a really good opening segment. And then we had and then we had Shinsuke Nakamura take on Baron Corbin. And no, I am not screaming like Rick Boogs. It would hurt my throat and it would hurt my voice. He would face off against Baron Corbin, and Nakamura would get the victory over Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin just continues to go downhill even more. I don't know how WWE is supposed to make me feel sorry for him, but I don't really feel sympathy for him. If they're trying to make us feel sorry for him, I just don't think it's working. I just do not think it's working whatsoever. Then we had a massive debut here on SmackDown. We had Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Nox both make their debuts against the women's tag team champions Natalya and Tamina. Shotzi Blackheart would pin Natalya, so it looks like Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Nox have earned themselves a title opportunity. Now, I don't know. Now, when I saw Shotzi and Tegan's names, they were just called Shotzi and Nox. Now, I don't know if they've shortened their names. Apparently, Shotzi's name has. Hers is just Shotzi now. And everywhere else I've looked, Tegan's name is still there. They're still calling her Tegan Nox, but the main roster seem to be calling her Nox. Now, the name Nox doesn't sound bad, but making it just a solo name kind of sounds dumb. So I think, like WWE, like as you know, I read the results off of WWE.com. It does still say Tegan Nox here, so I'm assuming her name is still Tegan Nox. But maybe they're just calling her Nox because, you know, it's her last name, I guess. But it does say Shotzi here on WWE.com. So it does seem like Shotzi's name has been shortened to Shotzi, no longer Shotzi Blackheart. Which kind of sounds sad, which is kind of stupid, but, you know, that's WWE for you. So Sonya Deville makes a big massive decision regarding what happened with Bayley. She makes the decision that Bianca Belair will not defend her title at Money in the Bank. She'll defend her title next week on SmackDown when SmackDown returns with crowds. It'll be against who else other than Carmella, because of course it has to be Carmella, because Carmella always has to get all the title shots. Apparently she has to be the one to face everybody for some godly reason. And then Liv Morgan came out and she was all upset again. She was saying that Sonya is being blatant favoritism, giving the same people opportunities. Then Sonya started yelling at Liv Morgan. She told her that Carmella is now been taken out of the Money in the Bank. She's now put Liv Morgan in Carmella's position. Basically, Carmella is now been taken out of the Money in the Bank to get an opportunity at the SmackDown Women's title, and so now Liv Morgan is now in the match. Liv Morgan has now taken Carmella's spot, so that now still leaves 2 spots open in the Money in the Bank. Now my question is, if Carmella was never going to be in the match in the first place, I think I should not say those thoughts, because I think we all know the answer. Bayley's injury has clearly changed everything. I shouldn't be asking that question. It's a silly thing to say. We all know why. We all know why this is happening. We all know why this is happening. Bayley's injury really has changed everything. I do not think Shotzi and Tegan were going to debut even with Bayley being there. So I feel like, and we also got a Toni Storm vignette as well coming up to SmackDown as well, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited for that. Toni Storm making her debut on SmackDown very soon. I'm very excited for that. The positive thing here is that she's getting a vignette. She's got a vignette video, so that kind of gives me hope. To me, that kind of gives me hope, and it kind of makes me think that maybe they're going to push her. Fingers crossed. I can't really say I trust WWE, considering how well they've booked the other Australian wrestlers. So, yeah. If you guys know my feelings towards it, you know how I feel. So, I'm not going to go over it too much. But she got a vignette video, so hopefully it means something important. But yes, I shouldn't be questioning why the hell they've decided to give Liv Morgan the opportunity and switch Carmella out. Clearly, Bayley's injury has clearly made a whole lot of changes, and I guess Tony and Shotzi and Tegan coming up to SmackDown has kind of changed their plans. I was told Tegan wasn't even gonna come up. Yeah, no joke. When I listed out the list of superstars that had dark matches, and I assumed all those names were coming up, but one person told me Tegan isn't going up. One person told me that Tegan wasn't going up. Tegan was more there as a tryout to get her ready for her return to NXT, which we did see her return on NXT, costing Indy Hartwell those tag team titles. Curse you, Tegan, curse you. But yeah, I didn't expect Tegan to come up. I didn't expect Tegan to come up at all. So I'm expecting Monday Night Raw to get Karrion Kross, Scarlett, Bronson Reed, maybe Finn Balor. I've heard Ember Moon's name for Monday Night Raw, so we'll see who debuts on Raw next week. So instead of me asking the silly obvious question of why these things are changing, we should know the answer. So ignore me. So ignore me being all pessimistic or why the hell things are changing. We know why. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to it. Then we had Seth Rollins versus Cesaro in a really good qualifying match. Cesaro got busted up really bad. He had like this big gash on his head. He got cut open. Now, I don't know when that happened. I kind of wasn't paying attention all that much. Like I had my head down on my phone talking to a few of my friends. And then I look up and I see Cesaro's head gashed with blood, and I was like, "Oh, what the heck happened there?" So, overall, it was still a really fun match. I really like how they're making Cesaro look strong. You know, they're giving him these really good performances, but he just comes up short. So Seth Rollins won. He's now a part of the Money in the Bank. So, adding him there for star power. I am wanting Shinsuke Nakamura to win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I really want it to be Shinsuke. I think Shinsuke winning it definitely is deserving, but because he won King of the Ring, or well, the crown of the King of the Ring, I don't think he will win. So, if I have to make a second option, I'd probably say Big E, because I really would like to see Big E win Money in the Bank. And as for the women, I would want Naomi, because I feel like Naomi would definitely need the Money in the Bank. I feel like Naomi could really benefit from the Money in the Bank, and it's someone different, and it's someone different. If I had to make a second option, it'd be Liv Morgan. That would be my second option. So Edge and the returning Mysterios were able to repel Roman Reigns and the Usos. So the Mysterios were out for like what? 3 weeks? And they were still able to keep the SmackDown Tag Team titles? I think that's stupid. Because I don't like how people are injured, but they still managed to hold on to their titles. But yet Naomi got injured, and yet her title was immediately taken from her. But everybody else, like, people like Andrade could get a wellness policy. Other people's can get caught with a wellness policy, or just get injured while they're champions. But they can all keep theirs because they can keep their titles through a wellness or even injury. But if it's someone different, they would have their title taken from them immediately, even if it's not as serious. I just think it's kind of silly that the Mysterios got away with being tag team champions, despite being injured. But whatever. So, Edge just doesn't do anything for me. All Edge wants to do is just make me turn off my TV. He's just so boring now. He used to be good back in the day. He used to be really good back in the day, and I used to, didn't mind him back in the day. I still hated him because he was good at his job, but now I just don't really care for him. I just really don't. I don't care for this Roman Reigns match, and considering how Edge has stood tall every single time, just easily tells you the result, what's going to happen. So, anyway, guys, thank you all so much for joining me for this edition of SmackDown Reviews. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Give me that thumbs up if you guys did enjoy the video. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below, and I will see you all next time.